Claire Whitmore, Billionaire CEO, had faced ruthless rivals, hostile takeovers, even courtroom battles. But nothing prepared her for what she saw when she came home to her own office tower that night. She froze in the doorway. The janitor everyone ignored was standing at her desk, holding the one thing she thought she had lost forever. The elevator doors opened to a floor drowned in silence. Midnight draped the city in shadows, and the glass walls of Whitmore Tower reflected the neon skyline like a crown. Claire stepped out, her heels clicking against the marble sharp, precise, the sound of a woman in control. Or at least, that's what she wanted people to believe. That day had been brutal. A boardroom coup narrowly avoided, whispers of betrayal from the very people she had made rich. She needed quiet. She needed the safety of her office, the only place where her walls could drop. But she wasn't alone. Claire's eyes locked on the figure by her desk. Daniel, the night janitor, stood bathed in the golden glow of her desk lamp. His back was slightly bent, as though the weight of years pressed down on him. In his hands, cupped like something sacred, was her father's military medal. Her heart stopped. That medal was supposed to be locked away, sealed in a small wooden box hidden deep in her private cabinet. She hadn't seen it since the week of her father's funeral 9 years ago. Daniel didn't look up at first. His gaze was fixed on the medal, his lips pressed into a thin line. His rough, scarred hands trembled slightly, but not from fear. From memory. When he finally met her eyes, there was no guilt there. Only something far more complicated: grief, pride, and an unspoken truth. No one in the building really knew Daniel. To most, he was a shadow, a man who arrived when they left, pushed a mop down endless corridors, emptied trash cans without a word, and disappeared before sunrise. But years before this life, Daniel had worn a different uniform. He had been a soldier. In a dusty corner of a faraway country. He had fought beside men who became closer than brothers. He had stood under burning suns, through nights so cold they stole your breath, through battles where the air itself seemed to scream. And Claire's father had been his commanding officer. Daniel could still see that day, the sudden burst of gunfire, the chaos, the moment Claire's father leapt from cover, not to save himself, but to shield his men. Bullets found him before he could reach safety. Daniel never forgot the sound, the blood, or the final words the man had spoken. Get them home, Daniel did. But coming home wasn't a victory. It was survival with a shadow attached. Years later, working as a janitor, Daniel had learned to move quietly through life. He didn't speak of the war. He didn't tell anyone about the nightmares. And no one asked until tonight, when cleaning behind a heavy cabinet, he found a small wooden box, dust-covered, forgotten. Inside was the medal. He had recognized it instantly. He'd seen it pinned to Claire's father's chest on the day. He earned it. He stood there for almost an hour, unable to put it down. Claire's voice broke the silence. Where did you get that? He held the medal out to her. Your father saved my life, he said quietly. I just needed to remember him the way he was. Brave, unshakable. She felt something shift inside her. For years she had kept her father's memory locked away like that box, as though touching it would break her. But looking at Daniel, at the quiet strength in his eyes, she realized her father's legacy was still alive. Standing right in front of her the next morning, every executive walked into the lobby to find a new display. A photograph of Colonel James Whitmore stood on a black granite pedestal, his medal resting in a glass case below it. Beside it, a plaque read, Silent strength is the loudest honor, dedicated to all who serve without recognition. From that day, Daniel no longer walked with his eyes on the floor. The people who once brushed past him without a glance began greeting by name. Some even stopped to shake his hand, and Claire made a silent promise to herself. No one in her building, no matter their title, would ever again be called replaceable.